Okay, so I'm just going to teach you how to do a Rubik's Cube. I'll be honest, I've only just learnt myself, but who better to teach you than someone that's just learnt, I guess. So what you do is you create a daisy. So that's going to be the center of the daisy, and then you create a daisy with a yellow center and white petals. There you go. Okay, so we've got a daisy now. So that wasn't, you just fumble about and you get a daisy. That's the only bit that I couldn't tell you how to do it. It's easy enough to just fumble your way through it. The rest of it you need to know the algorithms, as far as I understand. What you do is once you've got the daisy, then you look at the side of the daisy. So that center that blue needs to line up with that center. So that's already lined up, so that's perfect. What you need to do is you need to turn that 180 degrees. So what you'll see is underneath the yellow, directly opposite the yellow, is a white, and that now has a white square alongside it. What you do again, so you look at the daisy again, you take that petal. What you've got to do is line it up with that pink. These two just happen to be lined up perfectly. So what you do is you then take that and you do that 180 degrees. So now you've taken away two of the daisy petals. You've put them underneath. So now you've got two of the petals on the white, alongside the white center. So those just happen to be lined up. So this one's not lined up. So what you need to do is, see that green? I need to put that green over that green center. So now that green is now lined up with and then there's a white daisy petal. So now I'll take that and I'll turn that 180 degrees. So now you see I've only got one daisy petal left. 3 of the daisy petals are now there. So I've got one daisy petal left. Is it lined up? No, it's not lined up. So now I need to look for the orange center. So I found the orange center, and I'll take that daisy petal with the orange on it and I'll line it up with the orange center. Okay, so that's lined up with the orange center. Now I'll take this and turn that 180 degrees. So now you've taken all the daisy petals away. All the daisy petals are now with the white square. So you've got a white square with 4 white daisy petals, and what you'll find is these are lined up, these are lined up, and then lined up. So now what you do is, so to get the you need to form an upside down T. So basically the rest of solving of the cube, right up until the last bit, you always have to keep the white facing down. So you keep the white facing the bottom. So you need to learn two algorithms to start with. One's called the lefty algorithm, and the other one is called the righty algorithm. Not very original. I think there's another name for them, but it's easier just to learn the lefty and righty algorithm. So what happens is you hold the cube like so, and you see that white square is on the right hand side of the block. If it was on that left hand side of that corner block, then it would be then you would hold the block like that. The fact that it's on this side of the block, you hold it like that. And what happens is when you hold it like that, means you're doing the righty algorithm. So what the idea is, you need to get that white square into one of these white positions, ideally. So it's gonna go there. What you need to do is you need to look at where the white square is and the other colors on the white square. So the other colors on the white square are blue, and on this Rubik's Cube it's pink. So I'll put it on the corner between blue and pink. So now that's in the right place. So I'm going to take that white and I need to now position that white there. So the way you do this, the righty algorithm is, so you go clockwise with the right side, because the white was on the right hand side. Then you go clockwise with the top. So that's half the righty algorithm. Then you go anti-clockwise with the right still, and then with the top again you go anti-clockwise. So what's happened there is that white has now positioned itself where it needed to go. So also, as I mentioned the upside down T before, you've now completed the pink upside down T, and then you just kind of do that for the rest of them. So now the next white piece that I need to put into position is that one. That white piece has a blue and an orange on it. So what I need to do is I need to find the blue center and the orange center. So that's the blue center, there's the orange center. So I need to take this block with white on it and I need to place it on the corner in between the blue and the orange center. So I've done that. Now again, this one is positioned on the right hand side of the block. So I'll do the righty algorithm. So we'll do that again. So the righty algorithm is clockwise with the right, clockwise with the top, and then anti-clockwise with the right, and then anti-clockwise with the top. So now that square has positioned itself exactly where it needs to go. So now you have the pink upside down T, the blue upside down T. I now need to get the green upside down T and the orange upside down T. So the way I do that is I haven't got any more blocks on the top row. So remember, always hold the Rubik's Cube with the white on the bottom. So when you haven't got any white blocks on the top, what you need to do is I need to somehow get this white block onto the top. It's on the right hand side. So what I'm going to do is I do a righty algorithm, and that'll place the block on this corner. It just so happens that all of these have been righty algorithms up to now. There is a lefty algorithm which I should be able to show you in a bit. So I'll do the righty algorithm, which is clockwise with the side, clockwise with the top, anti-clockwise with the side, anti-clockwise with the top. That's now positioned at white up at the top of the block where it needs to be. So again, same as before, the white block, it needs to be positioned alongside. It needs to be positioned where it needs to be. So this one has got green, so it's on the next. It's on the where the green is. That one, and it's got orange. It needs to be in the orange. So it needs to be on the corner between orange and green. So again, it's on the right hand side. So I'll take the block and I'll go. So I need to basically, when I do the righty algorithm, it's going to take that white and it's going to put it there. So I'll go forward, which is clockwise with the side, and then clockwise with the top, and then anti-clockwise with the side, and then anti-clockwise with the top. Now the bottom of the Rubik's cube should be white, and it is. So that's all the white bits in position. So that also all the upside down T's are done now. So that's the first layer. That's the first layer of the block. This one happens to be sort of quite a bit of orange in there, but that's just coincidence. So what you need to do now is, so you've done the first layer. Now you need to do the second layer. The way you do the second layer is, so let's say for instance I want to take, so let's say for instance I need to put a pink block there. So what I do is, so I found the pink block that I want to use. What I do is I want to put it there. So you move the pink block away from where it needs to be. So I've taken this pink block, I want to put it there, so I move it to the left away from where it needs to be. And then you do the righty algorithm. And then once you've done the righty algorithm, it then displaces one of the white underside blocks. You've then got to do an algorithm to put that back. So I'll show you again. So I'll take the pink block, I need to put it there. The reason I need to put it there and not there is because it's got green on it. So if I put the pink block there, it'll automatically fill the green block. So I'll take the pink block away from where it needs to be, and then I'll do the righty algorithm. When you take it to the left like I have done, you do the righty algorithm. If I'm taking it to the right, then you do the lefty algorithm. Okay, so I'll take it to the left, and then I'll do the righty algorithm. So I'll go clockwise with the side, and then clockwise with the top, and then anti-clockwise with the side, and then anti-clockwise with the top. So now you can see it's displaced one of these white blocks. So like I said before, I would come across it at some point. The block is now on the left-hand side. So the left-hand side is the lefty algorithm. It's just the exact opposite of the righty algorithm. So what I need to do is I need to put that block back to where it needs to be. So I then just go anti-clockwise to start with the side, and then the top goes anti-clockwise, and then the side again goes clockwise, and then the top goes clockwise. So that block now has been placed exactly where it needs to be. I've put that pink block there, and it's now matched the green as well. So now I'm going to try and put that blue block where it needs to be. So that blue block has got orange on it. There's the orange block and there's the blue. So I want to put that blue block there. So if the blue, so I've taken this block. I want to just so I can see it, I put it on the front. So what I'm going to do is I want to put this orange and blue block. I want to put the blue block there, which is the orange on it. So I'm going to take it away from where it needs to be. And now I'm going to do because I've taken it to the right, I want to do the lefty algorithm. So I'm going to go anti-clockwise with the side, and then anti-clockwise with the top, and then I'm going to go clockwise with the side, and then clockwise with the top. So now I've displaced the white block, which I mentioned before. I now need to put that white block back. So this white block is now on the right hand side. So I need to do the righty algorithm. So I'll do clockwise with the side, clockwise with the top, and then anti-clockwise with the side, and then anti-clockwise with the top. Okay, so that's now put that blue block where I wanted it to be, and it's also matched the orange block. So it's killed two birds with one stone. So now that pink block I want to put there. It's also got blue on it, so that it'll match the blue block at the same time. It's just doing two things at once. So because I want to take that pink block and put it there, I need to take it away from where I need to be. So I'll take it to the right, and because I've taken it to the right, I now need to do the lefty algorithm. So I'll go anti-clockwise with the side, anti-clockwise with the top, then I'll go clockwise with the side, and then I'll go clockwise with the top. As you can see, I've now displaced the white, which always happens. And the white needs to now be put back to where it came from. So it's on the right hand side, so I'll do the righty algorithm. So I'll go clockwise with the right, I'll go clockwise with the top. Then you go anti-clockwise with the side, and then anti-clockwise with the top. Okay, so now, as you can see, all the first and second layer are complete. So what you do now is there's a few combinations that you get with the top layer. So one of the combinations is so you can either have a dot, in which case you have to go from a dot to a bar, and then basically in the end you need to have a cross of yellows. And the way you do that is, so when you've got this C shape or L shape or hook or whatever you want to call it, that always needs to be in the top left of the block where it is now. So once that's in the top left of the block, what you do is you take the front of the block that's facing you. So you take the front of the block that's facing you, you turn that clockwise, and then what you do is you do one righty algorithm. So that's clockwise for the right, clockwise for the top, anti-clockwise for the side, and then anti-clockwise for the top. So what that does now is it makes a bar. What you need to do is, once you've got the bar, you need to do another righty algorithm. So you go clockwise with the side, clockwise with the top, anti-clockwise with the side, and then anti-clockwise with the top. What that does now, so before we did these righty algorithms for the top, we moved we moved this over. So now what we need to do is we need to put it back, and then it'll automatically make a cross. So now it's made a cross. Don't worry about these ones. That's just coincidence that those are filled. Again, same as before. It's the cross that we need to be concerned about. So what you need to do now is you need to line up these center pieces. So I'll move the green to line up with that green, and I'll check. There's no other, oh, in fact there is. Okay, so there's that centerpiece and that centerpiece. So what you know to do, so now there's another algorithm called the soon. So the soon algorithm, you have got to go, so you take it, at this point I don't think it matters which point the center bits are lined up. So so just take so go forward, so clockwise, then you take the top and you go clockwise, and then you go anti-clockwise with the side again, and then you take this top layer and you move it again once more, and then what you do is you bring this back up, and then this you bring back twice, so 1, 2, and now let's line those. And what you need to do is place those back to where they came from. So that now has, that's called a soon. So that has now lined up 2 of the center pieces where they need to be. So basically I've now got green lined up and orange lined up. So what you need to do is I need to make sure that the green is on the right hand side and the orange is on the front. And then so when I do, I've got to do another soon, and once I've done that soon, all of these center pieces should be lined up. So I'll go clockwise with the side, then I'll go clockwise with the top, then I'll bring this back anti-clockwise back into position, and then I'll take this top bit clockwise one more time. Okay, so that's displaced it twice. Then I'll bring this back up. I'll bring these 2 white ones back up, and then this needs to come back twice to line up the white bit with the other 2 white bits. And then now you can put these white bits back to where they came from. So now the bottom is completely white again. So now, in theory, all the centers should be lined up. So we'll try and see how that goes. So that's pink, blue, orange, and green. So all the centers are lined up. So now there's another algorithm that you need to know. It's called the Niklaus. So what you need to do is you need to look for corners that may be lined up, and if there are corners that are a corner that is lined up, then you put that to the left when you're doing the Niklaus. So I found a corner that's lined up. This corner block has green on it. The green is not necessarily on the correct side, but the corner block has green on it. It also has orange on it. So I put this corner block, these middles have to be, these centers have to be lined up, and then this corner block is lined up correctly with the center, with the colors that it needs to be sort of next to. Now you do a Niklaus. So a Niklaus is clockwise, then you go clockwise again, anti-clockwise, my mistake. Then you go anti-clockwise with the left, and then clockwise, and that lines up these. Then you bring those back into position, and then you bring this one back anti-clockwise, and it lines those up again. And then you bring this down back into position, so you're always completing the white again. Then I'm going to line the top blocks up, top centers up, and to see whether all the corners are lined up. So I've got this top corner's got blue and orange on it. That's perfect. Orange and green, perfect. These ones are like perfectly lined up because these are in the right place. So all the corners are exactly where they need to be. So now the last step of the block, of solving the block, is to flip the block over. So this is the only time in the whole solving process after the daisy that you have the white facing up. And what you need to do is you need to find the bottom right corner of the block. That's green, so that needs solving. And basically the way you solve the rest of the block now is just all righty algorithms. You always solve the right corner with a righty algorithm. So you just do the righty algorithm until it's solved. Just keep going until it's solved. Okay, so that's now solved. So that's orange and that's green, that's all matching. What you do is you only turn the bottom. So now you always, basically, when I say solved, you need to match up the right corner block with this block. And it needs to match up with that block as well. So I'll do righty algorithms again. I'm going a bit quicker now because I've done it a few times. So that's still not matched. I'll go again. So that's matched now. So that's a perfectly matching corner. So now that needs to match with blue and pink. So I'll go righty algorithm. Not matched. I'll do it again. Matched. And now the Rubik's Cube is solved. There we go. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. You'll be helping my channel. I just thought it'd be a fun video to share. Just Rubik's Cubes aren't quite as hard as you might think.